Now the floor goes to Union of Informed Citizens.
Thank you very much, Madam Moderator. My name is Daniel Ioannisyane. I'm Programs Director at Union of Informed Citizens. There are two heads of states in the OSCE region for whom the main indicator of success is gaining lands. They both gain lands without souls. They both do not care about lives of their citizens as well as citizens of their neighboring countries. And I'm talking about Vladimir Putin and Ilham Aliyev. But only one of those two leaders is sending representatives here to talk about humanitarian issues and refugees in a way that it becomes a tool of creating territorial claims against another country, and that's Ilham Aliyev. Azerbaijani state agencies are organizing events here during which, while discussing humanitarian and refugee issues, proceed to name Armenian villages and regions as Azerbaijani lands. They're very clearly exploring the decades-old refugee problem, turning it into territorial claims towards Armenia. The second irony, ladies and gentlemen, is that the narratives are being disseminated by a state that perpetrated an ethnic cleansing of Armenians just 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago, these days, more than 100,000 Armenians were forced to become refugees, fleeing their homes and living their entire lives due to a state-orchestrated ethnic cleansing carried out by Azerbaijan. And now Azerbaijan is trying to use some 35-year-old history to build territorial claims against Armenia. By the way, while talking about late 1980s developments, they're skipping the fact that almost 500,000 of Armenians were displaced from Azerbaijan during that same period as a direct result of massacres organized by Azerbaijani authorities, particularly in 1988, Sumgait, followed in Kirovabad, Baku, Maraga, and other cities of Azerbaijan. No such targeted violence or massacres ever occurred against ethnic Azerbaijanians who departed Armenia back in those days. So let's sum up. They organized a massacre of Armenians in the late 1980s, which led to exchange of refugees between Soviet Armenia and Soviet Azerbaijan back in those days. After that, of course, Armenians living in Nagorno-Karabakh for centuries have organized self-defense in order to protect themselves from massacre that was coming towards them. And Azerbaijan lost control over Nagorno-Karabakh for 30 years. But at the end, Azerbaijani troops took control over Nagorno-Karabakh and organized ethnic cleansing and moved all Armenians away from Azerbaijan. And now, after all, they're using refugees issue to build territorial claims against Armenia, to call internationally recognized Armenian villages and regions part of Azerbaijan. So that's a simple disrespect towards this auditorium. Azerbaijani leadership does not care about refugees. It does not care about human lives. It does not...
Sorry, sir. You are exceeding the time.
Thank you.